Man, right after that, man, the summer of 2005 was very interesting, to say the least. Right after that whole incident, man, I was punished for the summer. Me and her, we didn't see each other that whole summer, but man, oh man, it was interesting time. Like I said, man, that was just a hilarious moment to always kind of like go back on now that I'm older now and kind of like laugh at it because man, everybody used to poke fun of that, when I was little. But coming right back into coming into the ninth grade at Shaw, my last year there. They separated. They separated us. They was like, nah, man, they can't have classes together. They can't be together. They can't be on the elevator together. They can't be nowhere together. You feel me? So it was like, all right. You feel me? So, and then you feel me? Like, dating someone else in a wheelchair. At that time, you young, so it was like it wasn't so much of any advantage. I want any advantages, I guess to say, to take advantage of because she go to school bus like I go to school bus. So I mean, right after the summer or right after that incident, I mean, we really couldn't really see each other because our parents found out we was trying to get freaky in high school. So I mean, like that just that died off and that went off to what it was, man. And hey, I was looking forward to high school. I was looking forward to high school, and another reason, why that relationship sort of died off is because I remember we were going to school one day and, we get there, the school buses, pull up the Shaw and everything. And we were told that the power was out at the school. That, yeah, the power is completely out at the school and they taking everybody, you guys, man, sort of around the corner to Dunbar. And at that time, ninth grade year, my fiance, now, then, just my friend, she done, she gone off to Dunbar and stuff like that. And we got to Dunbar, and it was sort of a tour for me because it was always challenging for my mom to find out where I was going to go to school at because it was, the schools here in the city, not most of them were wheelchair accessible. You feel me? Like, and then they had this one school called, Shop Health, where everybody who have like disabilities, mental disabilities, physical disabilities, whatever, would go to that one school. And my mom didn't see fit for me to just go there. You feel me? Like, yes, I have a physical disability. I don't have a mental disability. Ain't nothing wrong with my mind or nothing like that. And so, it was challenging for her to get me into certain schools. So Shaw, as far as junior high school, Shaw was accessible, even though it had an elevator. But we go on to Dunbar through this tour, and to find out you can get around the whole damn school without even using the elevator. Without using the elevator, so it's accessible. And this is, like my ninth grade year in junior high school at Shaw, and we kind of like thinking like, what high school am I gonna go to? And when we take this tour, and of course the school buses take all the students of Shaw over to Dunbar, I see my fiance, I see Britt. So, the shorty who I was with at the time, she kind of said, the reason why you sort of went to Dunbar is because she was there. No, the reason why I went to Dunbar because it was accessible. You feel me? I mean, I like to get around, places where I don't need to call on or yell for somebody, name or whatnot like that. So, I mean, it was pretty accessible. I thought she was going to come, but she wound up going to another school in the city that wasn't wheelchair accessible. So, hey, man. And man, like everybody said, man, and they always give you that little warning when you're in elementary school and you're in junior high school. Hey, you're going to the next level, man. It ain't going to be the same, that little pep talk. But, hey, man. As I'm on my way off to high school, you guys, a little bit before that, I talked about my brothers and my sisters here on the documentary. I'm gonna take you back about 2 years ago. I'm gonna take you back to 2004 because I would be off to high school in about '06, but 2 years ago, my sisters and my little brother found out, yo, man, they got another brother. You feel me? I had a separate dad, than my other sisters and my other little brother. But my other sisters and my little brother, they all had the same dad. And they found out, you know what, man, yeah, we got a brother out there. Actually, we got more than another brother out there. And his name was Isaac, man. He came around and we was like, okay, we got a 6-foot basketball player, bro. Kind of like, that's what I said, though. But man, Isaac, man, when he came in the picture, it was just like, man, we clicked off bucks. You feel me? It was just like we clicked off bucks. And when he came in, I was rapping. And that's a journey within itself. Within that time period in 2004, I kind of like, of course, was trying to find myself, and like everybody else in the world, and early on in their life or whatever period of time, they always trying to find themselves and see what you're good at or what you're talented at. In that period of time, man, like I said, man, my disability, with my muscles in my legs was getting weak, and I couldn't walk, so I basically had to crawl around the house. And not only that, man, I was just like, what am I going to be able to do? So I knew God was on my side to make a way for me, though. But throughout that whole process, trying to find me, I'm getting into music. My brother just coming in the picture, so I'm writing music. We had a next door neighbor, who he was a young kid. He was a young kid and he rapped. So he'd come over our house and I play the beats, and it was NBA Streets Volume 2. I know all my guys out there, some of the ladies too, if you bought it for your man, but NBA Streets Volume 2, man, it was instrumentals on that game. It was instrumentals on that game. I think it was Volume 2 or Volume 1, but I believe it was Volume 2. It was instrumentals on that game. And at that time, I was, connecting with music. Like, music made me feel a certain type of way. Like, coming up, my favorite R&B my favorite R&B artist was Usher. You feel me? Nice and slow. 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm at my drop top. And I'm telling you, man, when my man came out, you make me wanna. I was like, 8, 7 years old, man. I knew the whole move. You feel me? I knew all of that, man. Like, and far as rap goes, man, like, Ludacris was my guy. I had a podcast about, a month ago, who I had a woman on who was quadriplegic, and she asked me my top 5 artists, and I always kind of say Ludacris, because, man, Luda always stuck out to me. He just, the way he rhymed, the way he spit, the rhythm and everything, it was just so dope to me, growing up, man. And I was just, like I said, music was making me feel good. So I just said, man, you know what, man, what if I, it wasn't nothing for me to learn lyrics to a song or anything. So I was just like, man, I'm creative. I know I am. So let me try to write some music. And I went there, and my first song that to my memory was So You a Gangster. So you a gangster. So you a gangster. So yeah, man, that, like I said, 04, man, and me getting into music and stuff. And, I would have my own CD, and, well, not my own, but me and my brother would have a CD. He kind of like would have his own because he was more fortunate off to go to a studio. So I did all mine from a laptop. From my laptop, I didn't have Pro Tools, Squeak, whatever program that you need to make beats. I didn't have them. Now, people introduced me to them, and people will be like, yo, man, you can use this, or man, you can use that to make beats, man. And, the neighborhood will be like, yo, man, you coming outside, man? We trying to freestyle. We trying to rap. And, that would be my thing. That'll be my thing. And I did that for, a while, man. I really did. I really love taking the time to write songs. And I wasn't the hook guy. That was my brother. You feel me? I write my verse, he'd write his verse, and he'd do the hook. And we just had so many dope moments, man, with the music thing. And he still is doing the music. For everybody who check out the 1130 podcast each and every week, I shout my brother out, man, when I can. Send him a message. He just blessed me with the new theme song for the podcast, which I got another one coming up by my man Rocco, aka Real Rap, right here from DC. So yo, man, it's nothing but an honor and a blessing. You feel me? Like he said in the song, man, I told you we was gonna blow. We both gonna blow. But man, with that, man, came, you know, came sort of drama in a way, you know, because he latched on to me. And, you know, he didn't latch on to everybody else the same way that he latched on to me. And I always asked myself, you know, because I thought this was just so interesting, so wild, like, man, whether it was my oldest sister or my other sister, it never fails, man. Or, you know, it seemed like everybody latched on to me, you know, and whether it was my personality, whether it was my demeanor, or whether it was just my energy, you feel me? It was like everybody latched on to me, man, and they were all cool, and I was like, man, you feel me? So me and him had that bond. Me and him had that bond. We had that special relationship. And, you know, my sisters would be like, well, you know, Isaac will talk to you, or Isaac will chill, you know, like, so you felt, you know, like, man, like, I can't control that. You feel me? I can't control that. You know, he came in here, he saw me, and we connected, you know, and I don't know. I don't know. That's just something, I guess, about me. And, you know, man, I love him dearly, man. That's my nigga. That's my right-hand man, 100 grand. Right-hand man, 100 grand. So, yeah, man, it's just, you know, he says to me a lot that he wish he can have the relationship that he do have with me, that he could have with his own really sisters and brothers. You feel me? His really sisters and brothers. So, you know, my man, Isaac, man, just, you know, been struggling at an early age, you know, losing his mom when he was about, 10, 11 years old, and, you know, just going through the struggles, man, adversities, you know. So, you know, you know, when someone, you know, a year and like 2 weeks older than you, man, and you be like, man, you're just a year or two, man, hey, what a difference a year makes, though. What a difference a year makes, brother. Yo, that's my man, 100 grand, man. Man, 100 grand. I'm getting to high school now, and I go to Dunbar, man, and I'm like, yo, I'm in high school, man, and I'm like, because it was like a moment, you know, where my oldest sister, you know, she graduated from Anacostia, I believe, Anacostia High School, and she made it look so good. For all the kids out there, I don't know if you may watch this, if you do with your parents, don't rush to grow up. Don't rush to grow up. I think that is like I don't know the right word, but I think that's the trick. Like, it's a trick. Like, you're rushing to grow up because, man, they make it look so good. You ain't got to go to school. You can stay up past 9 o'clock. But yeah, man, once she graduated, man, from high school, and I was like, wow, you know, like, I want to see that day. Like that day looked so fun and looked so amazing, you know, and just everything, man. But, yeah, man, I go on to high school. And as I get to high school, me and Britt, which we kind of talked a little bit in junior high school, and of course, you know, the feelings were still there. They wasn't there in high school. They wasn't there in high school. We did not talk. We barely even said anything to one another. I mean, we passed one another, may have said hi, but you know, I was on my thing. She was on, you know, her thing. She was more so like, you know, fool, you lied. You said you ain't kissed me. You know, I mean, like, that was between me and you, but hey, shit happened. So we just went our ways, you know, we went our ways, man. And you know, you get to high school, man, and man, you know, I'm like, okay, Brittany ain't talking to me. I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, I see some fine shorties here. I see some fine shorties. I think that's almost every dude, man. You get to that new high school, damn, you know, like, who's she? What's her name? What's her name? You feel me? But man, as you know, getting older, I tell this story, man, a lot. I didn't have many girlfriends. At all, man. The adversity of dating, you know, and the adversity of dating, and also, you know, living with a disability, man, is challenging. It's hard. It's stressful in a way because, man, like, I felt like I was a good looking dude. I'm a good looking dude. I stay fly, but because I was in the wheelchair, and because what reality and the perception showed that, okay, he in a wheelchair, he really can't do nothing for me. So that's what that seemed like how it came off to certain people. You feel me? Like, especially certain women. So like I said, man, I really didn't date a lot, bro. I had a lot of women that I had crushes on. Man. It goes all the way back, man. Even from junior high school, where I had a crush on a girl one time, and I was so nervous to tell her. So I typed it up. I had a computer. The occupational therapist at the time felt like, it was great for me to have a computer because me writing, sometimes it'd be slow or whatever. So the computer was great. So I got on the computer, writing up the little love letter, and one of her close friends, I gave it to her, and I was like, can you give it to her, please? And I remember the day that happened. We pulled up to the school. I saw a friend, and I was like, I told the bus attendant of the school bus to say, hey, you see that girl? Can you tell her to come here real quick? And I gave the note over. So I was like, yo, when you see her, can you hand it off to her? And when it wasn't even less than 30 seconds, she saw her, handed it off to her, and her face lit up. Her face lit up though, but she thought it was from someone else. You feel me? Like, she thought it was from someone else, and once she saw it, she balled it up. So it was like, you feel me? So man. So, a lot of times I spent trying to, date a woman who wasn't in a wheelchair or didn't have a disability, because I felt like, okay, maybe I can teach them something. Maybe they can learn something from me. Kicking it with certain women just feels like, man, they had to do the most. Whether it was, oh man, they live up on the third floor, so we can only kick it outside, or you feel me? It's just so many obstacles and so many things that came in within, dating, man. So I had to sit back, take a hard look in the mirror, man, and just was like, God, just send somebody my way who's gonna accept me, love me for me, and that's really it, man. Because living with a disability is hard. I talked about it, how where I wanted to go over more parties, over more houses, and visit more, probably family members, or do more stuff like that. But they lived on the third floor, or they lived on the fifth floor, or you had to pick me up, and it was just so much, going on, and as you get older, bro, like, man, like I just felt like, man, home was my safety net. You feel me? I can get to where I can get A to B. Man, why even do the most, man? Why even do the most?
Every day. Every day is a struggle. It's a battle. Not just with others, but sometimes with yourself. The daily struggles that you go through in life. Give it all to God. It's one thing God told me, is believe in yourself. Just be you. And by being you, hey, everything else you want will come.